Pranamami Hari Priye. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaurabhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavate uttamaśloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki shrinvatam svakata krishna punyashravana kirtanaha udayantasto hi abhadrane vidunoti suhrutsatam. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, chapter 30, yeah? Chapter 30 and verse 37, yeah? So 30 activities of Prachetas, verse 37. Someone will recite verse or anyone willing to?
Barnali Mataji, you can read the verse, Mataji.
Huh?
Thank you,
Okay,
Mataji. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
With Pranam, Hare Krishna.
Tesham vicharatam padhyam tirthanam pavanechaya vitasya kim narojeta vavakanam samagamaha. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Sharmila Mataji, you can read the translation.
Hare Krishna. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Dear Lord, your personal associates, devotees wander all over the world to purify even the holy places of pilgrimage. Is not such activity pleasing to those who are actually afraid of material existence? Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, purport also, Mataji.
Yeah. It's not a big one, right? The purport?
No, Mataji, not big.
Yeah.
Okay, Chandrika Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams Mataji, thank you. There are purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There are two kinds of devotees. One is called Goshtyanandi and the other Bhajananandi. The word Bhajananandi refers to the devotees who does not move but remains in one place. Such a devotee is always engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. He chants the Maha Mantra as taught by many acharyas and sometimes goes out for preaching work. The Goshtyanandi is one who desires to increase the number of devotees all over the world. He travels all over the world just to purify the world and the people residing in it. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised, Prithivite acheyata nagaradi gram sarvatra prachara haibe moranam. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted his followers to move all over the world to preach in every town and village. In the Chaitanya Sampradaya, those who strictly follow the principles of Lord Chaitanya must travel all over the world to preach the message of Lord Chaitanya, which is the same as preaching the words of Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, and Srimad Bhagavatam. The more the devotees preach the principles of Krishna Katha, the more people throughout the world will benefit. Devotees like the great sage Narada, who travel all over to preach, are called Goshtyanandi. Narada Muni is always wandering throughout the universe just to create different types of devotees. Narada even made a hunter a devotee. He also made Dhruva Maharaj and Prahlad devotees. Actually, all devotees are indebted to the great sage Narada, for he has wandered both in heaven and in hell. A devotee of the Lord is not even afraid of hell. He goes to preach the glories of the Lord everywhere, even in hell, because there is no distinction between heaven and hell for a devotee. Narayana para sarve na kutaschana bibhyati swarga pavarga narkeshva apitulyarthadharshinaha. A pure devotee of Narayana is never afraid of going anywhere and everywhere. For him, heaven and hell are one and the same. From Bhagavatam 6.17.28. Such devotees wandering all over the world deliver those who are actually afraid of this material existence. Some people are already disgusted with material existence, being confused and frustrated by material enjoyment, and some people who are intelligent are interested in understanding the Supreme Lord. Both may take advantage of the pure devotee who wanders throughout the world. When a pure devotee goes to a place of pilgrimage, he desires to purify that holy place of pilgrimage. Many sinful men bathe in the holy waters of the places of pilgrimage. They take their baths in the waters of the Ganges and Yamuna at places such as Prayaga, Vrindavan, and Madura. In this way, the sinful men are purified, but their sinful actions and reactions remain at the holy places of pilgrimage. When a devotee comes to take his bath at those places of pilgrimage, the sinful reactions left by the sinful men are neutralized by the devotee. Tithi kurvanti tithani swantasthena gada prita. Bhagavatam 1.13.10. Because the devotee always carries the Supreme Personality of Godhead within his heart, wherever he goes becomes a place of pilgrimage, a holy place for understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is therefore the duty of everyone to associate with a pure devotee and thus attain freedom from material contamination. Everyone should take advantage of the wandering devotees whose only business is to deliver conditioned souls from the clutches of Maya. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So this verse is mainly, am I audible, Matajis? Yeah. So, so this verse is mainly giving us nice information about how, personal associates of the Lord purify. I mean, every other places, just like, how holy places of a pilgrimage is getting, in the world. Even the holy places of pilgrimage also, you have to go there, but these devotees are going everywhere to purify. And then that is what the activity is, that there's no such activity pleasing than this to the Supreme Lord, right? And Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita about one who goes everywhere and preach the glories of the Lord. He's more dear to me, right? In the 60, what's the verse in Bhagavad Gita? 62 or 3, where immediately after he declares that surrender unto me, essence of Bhagavad Gita, benefits of Bhagavad Gita. Edam paramam guhyam. Yeah, one who explains the supreme secret of Bhagavad Gita to my devotees. They will attend pure devotional service and they'll come back to me, this is right. And such devotee is more dear to me. There's no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor there will be any more who's dear to me in future. So Krishna declared there what is the glories of sharing Bhagavad Gita to everyone. So these are, devotees who we are. Here, two kinds of devotees Prabhupada is telling, Gosthyananda and Bhajananda. So why this context is coming here? Prachetas are, activities of Prachetas are described here in detail. Prachetas, in the beginning of this chapter, the description is that they attain Vishnu Darshan, right? They attain Vishnu Darshan. And then after that, they are what they were chanting Rudra Gita, right? They're chanting Rudra Gita. They took the shelter of Lord Shiva to take to get the mercy of Lord Vishnu. That's beautiful here. See, we understood, and then that developed that pleasing relationship. And then the results of remembering Rudra Gita is what? Not that famous why when they got benedictions they got from the Lord, that you have to go and marry certain such and such girl, and then that she's suitable, and then like that, and then the qualities of devotees are described, qualities of Lord is described, then Lord has to be worshipped in Archa Vigraha, then satisfaction like that is there, and then he will give benediction. Then seeking the benedictions, devotees are not interested in getting any benediction, even liberation also. Then they are only interested in hearing in the association of the pure devotees. Importance to devotees is association of the devotees. And then effects, what are the, when you associate with devotees, what happens? What is the benefit of association of the devotees?
We progress in your devotional service, Mataji.
Purified also.
Our
Yeah, so,
Shraddha improves us, Mataji.
everyone gets
Our
motivated.
Shraddha improves.
Yeah, so everyone actually, gets where pure topics of Lord Krishna is described. Mainly, first thing what happens? Shrinvatam Sokata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanaha Hrudayantasto hi abhadrani vidunoti suhrutsata. All the abhadras will go away. Material hankering will go away. There will be no envy, because see, in everyone's heart Krishna resides. So if someone is getting something either spiritually or materially, that is because of the Krishna's will they are getting. So we should not have any other ulterior, we should not think about, oh, how come they are getting, I'm not getting. Even if it is a service or if it is something related to monetary or some other material pleasures or whatever they are getting, it's because they are destined to get, they deserve it, they got it. So if you just think about another devotee, anything like that, then that is envy in your heart. Then actually not envy in your heart only, but it's envy towards Krishna finally, because to them Krishna is giving and you are envious of such person. So when you take the association of the devotees, pure devotees who wander around in this material world to purify everybody, this envy will go away towards others. That nirvairyam will come. There will be no fear, no anxiety. Shoka moha bhaya bhaha. We read this in the first canto only, right? What's the verse we have in this? 1.7.7 or where we read?
Shyam vai shroyamanayam Krishne
Ah.
parama purushe bhaktirutpadete pumsa shokamoha bhayapaha.
Yeah, that will go away because Lord Narayana is present there personally when you hear to Krishna Katha. And then goal of the devotees is to get renounced of all this. I mean, make use of everything to satisfy Krishna, but yeah, worshipping. So they are worshipping, hearing Krishna Katha. So they are like, liberated from this material contamination. And then they get purified like that. So our devotees who are going everywhere like this, they are interested in purifying the places. And Prabhupada is mentioning the two devotees. One is Gostyananda, other one is Bhajanananda. So Bhajanananda devotees are those devotees who don't move. Bhajananda devotees that don't move from one place to another place. In Gaudiya Vaishnava, we have devotees who are practicing the devotional service like that, previous acharyas, in a very quiet place where they don't want to get in a spotlight in public preaching. They are very, happy with them. They're satisfied internally. They have the relationship developed with the Lord. They are not interested in mass preaching like that. So we have like Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. He avoid places to go in public. He used to be aloof all the time from public, reside in a solitary places like Bank of Ganges in Navadvip, or even places where people reach out. So to avoid the attention of the people, like, in front of prostitute houses, or he used to go to in filthy places like even public toilets. All the places where there's not smelling nicely, he will go and sit and chant there. So no one will come and disturb him. Or he don't want to be really, understood to be such a great devotee like that. So they're very in a humility, humble mood, like that. Then, there's so many like that. Vamshidas Babaji Maharaj will also do worship Radha Govind, Gauranitha deities, and deeply meditate and be, to himself. There are all so many sadhus like that. We see in Vrindavan also, in Govardhan, we see examples like that. Yeah. That these are all what? Bhajananandis, right? They do. So they are renounced Babas. They take sannyas, or, in the Vaishnava cult, they are there and they do their own bhajan, sadhan. You see many like that in Radhakund. Yeah. Both are unalloyed devotees. It's like that. And then we have Gostyanandis. Who are Gostyanandis? They are the devotees who are, yeah, Prabhupada. So they are doing their own sadhana, and also they are helping others while they are not satisfied just by their own spiritual progress. They are giving Krishna to others. So they're going further ahead to giving the Krishna to others, like how we hear from Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is happy someone who share about him. Right? Eidam paramam guhyam, one who explains the supreme secret of Bhagavad Gita. Madbhakteshu abhidyasyati, right? Bhaktim mayi param krutva mam eva evasyati asamsaya. So that they come back to me. So that such devotees are very, very dear to Krishna. So then, we see Goshtyanandis are those who preach, travel, while focusing on their internal relationship with the Lord. They don't forget that. So we see like that Prahlad Maharaj, we see Narada Muni going everywhere, like quoted in Bhagavad, purport by Prabhupada. So Prahlad Maharaj is also like, what did he say? Naivo Dvijata Para, right? He said that verse in 7th canto. He's not happy. He's just actually having so much compassion for these material people who are engrossed in this, unfortunately, they are busy in this, making plans in this material world, right? What's the verse we have in this 7th canto? It should be in, 7.9.43. He says, I'm not afraid, but I'm concerned about materialistics. He says, Naivo dije paradurataya vitaranasya tvadvirya ghaya mahamruta magna chitta. He says, sochetato vimukha chetasa indriyartha maya sukha bharam udvahato vimudaha. He says, he's saying, like, I'm not afraid of this material existence. Wherever I stay, I'm fully absorbed, he says, in thoughts of the glories of the Lord and activities. My concern is about these fools, these rascals who are making elaborate plans for making this, living in this material world, being happily, maintaining their families, societies, countries. I'm simply concerned about them with love for them, he's telling to Narasimhadev when he is manifested, when he saved him. So this is the causeless mercy. Prahlad Maharaj is like that, intense compassion, lamenting about the people who are bereft of love for the Lord. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada followed his Guru Maharaj instructions worldwide. He want to preach. He's a very good example of Goshtyananda, right? And he left his bhajana and came to go like that, Then Advaita Acharya is also, he could have easily sat and do, but because seeing every anomalies in this material world, he prayed to the Lord with the tulsi leaf and Ganges water, and he wept to invite Lord. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to save everybody. So like that, Advaita Acharya is also Goshtyanandi, preaching, we want to do that. And they were doing, right? Nityananda and Advaita only going, right? Door to preach. Yeah. And then any disciple who follows a guru like this, going everywhere and preach, is also Goshtyanandi. So Prabhupada is mentioning about Goshtyanandis and Bhajananandis, referring that, they are engaged in devotional service, chanting Mahamantra. Sometimes they go out, preach. Goshtyanandis want to increase the number of devotees in the world. They want to uplift everybody, all the conditioned souls, like based on what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised to do. Whoever takes the birth in the holy land of India, Bharatavarsha, they have a duty like this. Bharata Janma Boi, anybody knows that? Bharata Janma, Karopakar. What's the 2 lines? I can't remember.
মাতাজি ভারত ভূমিতে জন্ম হইল যার জন্ম সার্থক করে করো পর উপকার।
Yeah. What's the second line,
Hare
Mataji?
Krishna. Second line, only these 2 lines I know, Mataji.
Okay. Janma sarthaka kara paro upakar. Bharata Janma hoye?
ভারত ভূমিতে জন্ম হইল যার জন্ম সার্থক করে করো পর উপকার।
Paropakar, yeah. So what is it when you take birth in this Bharatavarsha? It's your prime duty. Janma swartaka karo means your janma has to be justified. Swartaka means you just have to fulfill that the importance of your human form of life. Bharata Bhumi te hele. Thank you, Mataji. Manushya janma yara janma sartaka kare kara para upakar. So para upakar is important. So that is what is this Goshtyanandis are doing, taking the birth in the Bharata Bhumi. So we all, though I live outside India, but those who take birth and live even outside everywhere, Prabhupada showed with his example, this is what we have to do. Well versed in this Shastra, and then distribute this to others, either in the form of sharing Krishna Katha, giving book, or cultivating devotee people who are unfortunately not able to come to that stage. So Prabhupada is telling how to uplift them. They're wasting their human form of life, risking it. They may become animals in the next life. They have to be saved from this risky danger. So what do we have to do? Awaken the love of God in their heart. That's what Prahlad Maharaj is telling to Narsimha Bhagwan. I'm very much so compassionate about these people who are engrossed in this material plan making business. So like that, very compassionate souls. Goshtyanandis. Sorry, Bhajanana. Goshtyanandis, yeah. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like that, whoever is following this Gaudiya Sampradaya, following Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's principles, must travel everywhere and preach. Nagara Nagara. Achayate Nagaradi Grama. Every village and town should. Sarvatra Prachare Haibe Moranama. Everywhere you should chant and give my names like that. So devotees preach Krishna Katha like that. Devotees like great Narada Muni is doing that. He's Goshtyanandi. Chanting everywhere. You see in every canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, you see Narada Muni come to Vyasadev, he come to Parikshit. What was that next one? Who is that next one? Vyasadev and Narada Muni. And then he is preaching to. He did come across Prachetas also, right? Yeah. And Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Ugari, Hunter. Who else is there? So many are there. He goes heaven and hell everywhere. Kamsa also he preach. Everywhere he goes and preach. Every canto you see Narada Muni coming, Chitraketu, everywhere. Yeah. So devotees are not thinking that, oh, this is not my place. I only want to be in Goloka Vrindavan. No. If Lord want a devotee to go to hell, they'll happy to go. Because this is a Lord's decision. Think about us. If Lord wants us to go to a place where no one is there, we will be very sad. We'll be crying. Oh, I'm going. No devotees there here. What can I do like that? But see, surrender to Lord in every situation is important. Either it is some things like that, change of place or change of job or losing money, losing your wealth or health or family member. Everything is little bit hard to go through, but a devotee will not be disturbed. So it has to be like that. So that's what, they don't see any difference between hell or heaven. So the highest purification of a devotee is that going anywhere without any concern. Sleeping in a mattress or sleeping on a floor or sleeping anywhere, they don't care. All they want is to share Krishna Katha. Sometimes I see devotees who are fully engrossed in preaching, they don't even care what they're eating. Means at least minimum things to maintain the body they eat, not like opulently, I want this, I want that, like that. No, just a bare minimum what they want to maintain, they do it like that. So pure devotees are never afraid of going anywhere like that. So they wander everywhere to purify. So here we have mainly thing is that they want to make sure other people are also getting the same taste which they are getting. Otherwise they'll miss out. That's the compassion they have got. Any example we can think of someone who is remembering that this pure devotees are purifying these places, and then how Mother Ganges also, she was very sad that, oh my God, everybody come and take bath, and then I am filled with sinful people, and what will I do like that? I have so much of burden on me. Then she gets a boon that, don't worry, the devotees will come and take bath, then purification happens, nullifies, all the sins will be going up. So like that, when devotees take bath, then sinful reactions left by sinful men were neutralized, like that. Tirti kurvanti tirtani swantastena gathabrata. So Prabhupada is telling devotees always carry Supreme Lord in their heart. So wherever they go, that will become a holy place, like that. So that's why whenever we get an opportunity to associate with the devotee of a Lord, we should not take it easy. It should take an opportunity to associate, because every moment of association with the pure devotee will help us to get out of the contamination. Yeah. What is that verse we have in Chaitanya Charitamrita? That a moment of association with the devotee.
Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha.
Sadhu
Lava
Sangha,
Matra Sadhu Sangha.
Yeah. Sarva Shastri hai, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi. So like that, all it is gone. So advantage of, these devotees is very important. That's why, we have traveling preachers all the time coming. We've got at the moment Jai Advaita Maharaj here. And then we've got Sankarshan Das Adhikari. Every week some devotees are coming, some Maharajas are coming. So their business is only to take out all of us, uplift us from this clutches of Maya. So we are so fortunate. Prabhupada gave us so many of his disciples so that we can, though we forget, they are there for us to remind us. Yeah. They're helping like that. Though we want to, it's easy to forget. But constant association, if we are taking, then Krishna is inspiring us through them. This is Sadhu Sangha. They get inspiration from seeing those devotees because they have understood everything. They're self-realized souls. All the revealed scriptures, they know everything. Scriptures revealed to them. And Krishna actually revealed himself to them. So Krishna will not he will not reveal to everybody, right? Though we are devotees, we are struggling, so we can't see Krishna with our face to face. But pure devotees are 24 hours thinking of Krishna, nothing else. So they have an opportunity to see Krishna. So then they share Krishna. Then this potency is there. We all agree, right? When you meet such devotees, there's so much potency.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, you and me can
Satsang.
just, fully transforms that particular place. The moment of their, passing that place, then it becomes void. Yeah.
True, Mataji.
Yeah, so we can't, that gap cannot be filled. Again, one more devotee should come to fill the gap. Like that. So pure devotees have so much potency because Krishna empowers them. Krishna is traveling, in everyone's heart Krishna is there, but if Krishna is happy being in your heart, then that makes everybody happy, isn't it? So in a pure devotee who is traveling preachers, Krishna is happy in their heart. That's why they are effulgent. They can share Krishna Katha with so much of, meaningful impressions lasting on everybody. Like that. Inspires. So yeah, so this is the significance of the devotees who wander like that. So this is in context of Pracheta's meeting the Lord Shiva only. This is happening. Lord Shiva is a pure devotee of the Lord. Vaishnavanam Yatashambhu. They all met Shiva, got prayed, got benedictions. Now they are showing gratitude. Right?
Yes,
Isn't it?
Mataji.
There's gratitude like that. So let's read 38 Matajis.
Hare Krishna Mataji, shall I call out the names?
Yeah.
Shobha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Mataji and Prabhuji, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shloka number 38. Vayam tu sakshat bhagavan bhavasya priyasya sakyuhu kshanak sanghamena sudukshikitshayaya bhavasya mrutyo vishaktamam tvadyagatim gatha smaha. Should I read synonyms or someone will read Mataji?
Mataji will ask, many hands are raised, Mataji. We'll ask next person
Hari
to.
Bol. Thank you. Dandavat.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Krishnamurti Prabhuji, you can read the translation.
Hare Krishna, pranams. Translation by A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Dear Lord, by virtue of a moment's association with Lord Shiva, who is very dear to you and who is your most intimate friend, we were fortunate to attain you. You are the most expert physician capable of treating the incurable disease of material existence. On account of her great fortune, we have been able to take shelter at your lotus feet. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams.
Hmm.
Thank you, thank you, Prabhuji. Sureshwari Mataji, you can read the purport.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It has been said, Harim vina naiva shritim taranti. Without taking shelter of the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead, one cannot attain relief from the clutches of Maya, the repetition of birth, old age, disease, and death. The Prachetas received the shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead by the grace of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is the supreme devotee of Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vaishvanam Nam Yatha
Vishnuvanam
Shambhu.
Yadasham. Hmm.
Yes, Vaishnavanam Yatha
Vishnuvanam
Shambhu.
Yadasham. Hmm.
Yeah. The most exalted Vaishnava is Lord Shiva, and those who are actually devotees of Lord Shiva follow Lord Shiva's advice and take shelter at the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. The so-called devotees of Lord Shiva who are simply after material prosperity are in a way deceived by Lord Shiva. He does not actually deceive them because Lord Shiva has no business deceiving people. But because the so-called devotees of Lord Shiva want to be deceived, Lord Shiva, who is very easily pleased, allows them all kinds of material benedictions. These benedictions might ironically result in the destruction of the so-called devotees. For instance, Ravana took all material benediction from Lord Shiva, but the result was that he was ultimately destroyed with his family, kingdom, and everything else because he misused Lord Shiva's benediction. Because of his material power, he became very proud and puffed up, so that he dared kidnap the wife of Lord Ramachandra. In this way, he was ruined. To get material benedictions from Lord Shiva is not difficult, but actually, these are not benedictions. The Prachetas received benediction from Lord Shiva, and as a result, they attained the shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. This is real benediction. The gopis also worship Lord Shiva in Vrindavana, and the Lord is still staying there as Gopishwara. The gopis, however, prayed that Lord Shiva bless them by giving them Lord Krishna as their husband. There is no harm in worshipping the demigods, provided that one's aim is to return home back to Godhead. Generally, people go to the demigods for material benefit as indicated in Bhagavad Gita 7.20. Kamaistaistairritajnana prapatyante anya devata tam tam niyatamastaya prakritya niyatasvaya. Those whose minds are distorted by material desires surrender unto demigods and follow the particular rules and regulations of worship according to their own natures. One enamored by material benefits is called Ritajnana, one who has lost his intelligence. In this connection, it is to be noted that sometimes in revealed scriptures, Lord Shiva is described as being non-different from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The point is that Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu are so intimately connected that there is no difference in opinion. The actual fact is Ekale Ishvara Krishna Ara Sabha the only supreme master is Krishna and all others are his devotees or servants. CC Adi 5.142. This is the real fact and there is no difference of opinion between Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu in this connection. Nowhere in revealed scripture does Lord Shiva claim to be equal to Lord Vishnu. This is simply the creation of the so-called devotees of Lord Shiva who claim that Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu are one. This is strictly forbidden in the Vaishnava Tantra. Yastu Narayanam Devam. Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva, and Lord Brahma are intimately connected as master and servants. Shiva Virinchi Nutam. Vishnu is honored and offered obeisances by Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. To consider that they are all equal is a great offense. They are all equal in the sense that Lord Vishnu is the supreme personality of Godhead and all others are his eternal servants. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So it's very clearly mentioned the position of Lord Shiva here. Prabhupada purport is very clear. So they got the virtue of association of Lord Shiva, who is very dear to Supreme Lord, intimate friend. They are saying, we are so fortunate. Just like how we were discussing that you have to take darshan of the devotees who are pure in purifying. Wherever they are going, they're taking their taking the Lord in their hearts and purifying. Like that, Lord Shiva has come here for Prachetas. He's like that. So he's an physician, like, most expert physician capable of treating someone's disease of this material existence. Like that, they're feeling so much fortunate and took shelter of him. Then taking shelter without. Prabhupada is telling, if you don't take shelter of the Supreme Lord, then you will not be getting away from these clutches of Maya, birth, death, old age, disease. So they receive the shelter of the Lord by grace of Shiva, Lord Shiva. That's why we have to pray to Lord Shiva, most exalted devotee. Pray to him and then ask for benediction of let me get Krishna Prem, right? So they will give other benedictions if you want. Like, for example, material prosperity is mentioned here. And it's not that, you are deceived by Lord Shiva because of that. We don't have any intention like that. Whatever you want, he'll give you because he's easily pleased like that. So material also he'll give, spiritual also he'll give. It's like how he's following, like an agent is following Supreme Lord, like that. Supreme Lord also will give material. We have a nice verse in Bhagavatam only, right? First canto, second chapter, is it? Akama sarva kama, moksha kama, udarade tivrena, yeah. So what does that verse says there? So we just have to, whether you have desires or no desires or full of desires, just take shelter of the Lord, right? Isn't it? So that way, you're just worshipping the Lord, not any other demigods. Not interested.
Second canto, third chapter, 10
Second
shloka.
canto, yeah, 2, 3, 10. Right? Yeah, that's right, Mataji. Thank you. So what's the meaning telling? That person who has intelligence, whether he is full of material desires, without any material desire, or desiring liberation, they all worship Supreme Lord only, by all means. So here, Shiva is not interested, in deceiving you. You want it, then he give you any kind of benediction. You're going to ask, he'll give. Ravana asked material benediction, and finally, he misused it. He got destroyed by himself, puffed up with that behavior. You see, Hiranyakashipu also same, got the benediction from Brahma, misused it like that. So these material benedictions, whatever Shiva is giving, is not difficult. Bhasmasura also, right? Right? Is Bhasmasura, Bhanasura same or different?
Different, right?
Bhasmasura. Huh?
They're different, I think.
Bhaumasura, is it? Bhasmasura is there.
Bahuma. Bhasmasura.
Bhasmasura, who asked the Lord to, the boon that whoever head he will put hand, then they will burn into ashes, turn into ashes. Then Shiva gave the benediction, and then he wanted to put on Shiva's head only, right? Shiva was running behind. They were running for his protection. He goes to Brahma, he goes to Vishnu. Vishnu says that, comes in a form of a Brahmana boy and says that, just why don't you try this trick? Just ask him to put first test trial, put on his head whether it is working or not. Who knows? Sometimes you are cheated. Then he tries to put, understanding this Brahmana's instruction, may be true, and he himself destroyed. So like that. So Prachetas got the benediction from Shiva, and because their desire is to take shelter of the Lord. So that's real benediction. Prabhupada mentioning here that gopis also worship Shiva in Vrindavan. What do they want? They want a husband. Krishna as their husband. Supreme Lord as their husband. And Lord Shiva is there to give them. Mohini avatar is different. Mohini avatar is that, where Shiva got attracted. Actually, it's different. Not in terms of the benedictions here. Mohini Murti, Shiva got attracted.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, is it that Mataji, Bhasmasura was killed by, Mohini? Mohini avatar was taken for Bhasmasura, Mataji?
I don't think, Mataji.
Because
Maybe in connection Satyabhama, I'm not
she was
sure.
so attracted to, I mean, he was so attracted to Mohini Avatar, and finally they
That is
danced
Lord
together,
Shiva.
and then
Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva
Hare
himself got
Krishna.
attracted. Shiva only got attracted, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji, thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I heard in a lecture that when we pray to Lord Shiva, the Vaishnavas, we should pray the form of Gopeshwar. Is it right, Mataji?
Yeah, because gopis are the topmost devotees, dearmost
Yeah.
devotees of the Lord. So if you can, definitely, if you can, but we should have that kind of feelings and intention. Gopi bhav.
Yeah. Okay.
If you're not in that platform, we can't imitate, no?
Yeah.
So at least in whatever situation you are in, present yourself genuinely to worship the Lord.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you.
That's what I understand, Mataji. So Prabhupada is telling there's no harm in worshipping demigods if you want to ask them that you want to go back to Godhead. So they know the path. Then they'll tell you. You're not interested here, you want to go somewhere. They'll tell you. Like a child is gone to someone's place and child says, I want to go my home, I don't want to stay here. The other person will not force, because how long they will force? They can't keep them for longer time, right? They
But
will.
ultimately, it is Krishna, like, who can, give you benediction like that to go back.
Yeah, they have to be taken to their home. So like the demigods are agents of the Lord. And then if you go and ask them, oh, I want to go to Krishna, can you please show me the way? Let me get Krishna Prem. They'll be very happy. But people generally don't do that. They ask something else. They ask everything else, whatever they want in this material world. But this is what, what we want in this material world is going to take us to the next life. Because that's adding to the desire list. Huh?
Yeah. I said yes, Mataji.
Yeah, so as and when you ask something which is not connected to the Lord but yourself, but something which is required for you to keep in touch with the Lord so that you can maintain your material life, that you can ask. Someone is talking, huh?
So
Yes,
Sunlata
Mataji.
Mataji. You're on it.
So yeah, we should be intelligent. Prabhupada mainly telling intelligent people should not ask for anything, not even for liberation, but for Krishna Prem. So that, in that way, you worship to Krishna or worship to Lord is non-different. But what they're doing, they're intimately connected and they're going to help you to go there. Like how Prachetas worship Shiva, Rudragit, and then got the mercy of Vishnu. So understanding that Ekela Ishvara Krishna Ara Sabha Bhritya means Krishna is the only supreme master. Others are servants. Yeah. So Lord Shiva never claimed to be as him to be equal to Lord Vishnu.
Mataji,
And then so-called devotees of Lord Shiva also.
But Lord Chaitanya is also very merciful. Does he also give Krishna Prem?
Why not? He came to give only, no, Mataji? What's the purpose of coming Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, giving Krishna Prem without any discrimination? He didn't even see whether he is qualified or not. Everyone. So whoever take shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, through Nityananda Prabhu. Because see, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu may get upset like how he got with Jagai Madai. He may punish them, but Nityananda Prabhu is someone who is even more compassionate. He understands the pain of going to each and every door and knock and then teach them this Mahamantra, give and then make them to chant. Every day he has to report to Mahaprabhu how many people are chanting today because of his preaching. And Mahaprabhu happy, right?
Yes, Mataji.
One time this Jagai Madai hit Nityananda Prabhu when he tried to preach, then Mahaprabhu got upset. Isn't it? He wanted to punish them, but Nityananda Prabhu fell at feet of Mahaprabhu. Don't do that.
So merciful, Mataji.
That much is the compassion, Nityanand Prabhu. That's why he's Adi Guru, because Guru. If Guru is pleased, Krishna, you will get. If you please Guru, you will please Krishna. And if Krishna is happy, you will get Guru. Through Guru you get Krishna mercy. That's the main thing you understand, no? Shiva or Lord Brahma, if you ask to get Krishna prema, then Lord Vishnu is happy. Whether we are asking for the worship of the Lord, not anything else, become devotees of the Lord. So it's okay to worship like that. It's not an offense. They're not considering themselves as equal to the Vishnu. The servant also serve the Lord. So then Lord is happy, like. Yeah. Then let's go to 3940.
Sumangala Mataji.
Hare Krishna, yes, Mataji. Pranams. Dandat pranams, Mataji. Mataji, English, I want to. Mataji.
Yeah, you can read translation, Mataji. Don't worry about the
Hare
verses.
Krishna. Okay, Mataji. Translation. Rohini Mataji. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. Dear Lord, we have studied the Vedas, accepted a spiritual master, and offered respect to Brahmanas, advanced devotees, and aged personalities who are spiritually very advanced. We have offered our respect. We have offered our respects to them, and we have not been envious of any brother, friends, or anyone else. We have also undergone severe austerities within the water and have not taken food for a long time. All these spiritual assets of ours are simply offered for your satisfaction. We pray for this benediction only and nothing more. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Anybody wants to read the purport?
Yeah, I think we'll discuss the purport, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
I think we have got less time here. So
Shall
what
I
Prabhupada is
read,
telling?
Mataji?
Huh?
Oh, should I read, Mataji? No.
You can read little bit, maybe until this no?
Okay,
Until
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
until the Godhead in the first paragraph, Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Okay, Mataji. As stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Samsiddhir Haritoshanam, the real perfection of life is pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vedaischa Sarvairahameva Vedya. In understanding the Vedas, one has to understand the personality of Godhead, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna. That's all, Mataji.
Okay.
Oh, Hare Krishna.
No, that's okay. I mean, I wanted to further, but all good. I'll just share, Mataji. So here, what is Prabhupada is telling? So Prachetas are mentioning that, my dear Lord, Prachetas glorification is all this context, yeah. The request benediction, and then what they are feeling from their heart. It's telling you have studied the Vedas, accepted spiritual master, offered respect to Brahmanas, advanced devotees, each personalities are spiritually very advanced. So offered all respects to, and then not been envious of any brother, friends, or anyone else. They are telling like this. They've undergone so many austerities in water. No food is been honored. These are all spiritual assets. From the process of their practice, penance, austerity, spiritual assets. And all they offered it to Lord. And they are telling, we don't want anything else. When Shiva says we don't ask for any benediction, no, I don't want anything else. Just hearing in the association of the devotees is good. So that, we get mercy of the Lord. So Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhupada is telling in Srimad Bhagavatam, what is the real purpose of the human form of life is to please the Lord. Samsiddhi Haritoshanam, everything what you have is at the discretion of the Lord. Yeah. So Vedic scriptures, non-enviousness, austerities, all that assets you have attained, spiritual assets, by austerities, offer it to Krishna. It's for his satisfaction. And then of all the Vedas, I am to be known. He says in the Bhagavad Gita 15:15. So whoever takes shelter of the Lord surrenders. After many, many births, Bahu Manushyanam Sahasreshu, right? Bahunam Janmanamante, all these verses which in Bhagavad Gita is mentioning about. So these Prachetas also, they've underwent so many austerities in the water, not even taking prasadam. Fasting for half a day is hard for us without drinking water nowadays. But these austerities are so much for the benediction of Supreme Lord to receive it like that, yeah. So Prabhupada is telling you may work, you may do business, you may do anything in this material world, but the purpose should be to satisfy the Lord. That's the end result. That's the best way of living. And people who are practicing this bhakti yoga, they devotees, supposed to be practicing devotees, they should respect not only Supreme Lord, but everybody else. Elderly also, who has got knowledge. Like that, in other sampradayas, when we see all the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they're very respectful to the other sampradayas. Should not comment, criticize. Respectful to them, because what they are doing is also we need to understand. So don't think that we are the only one doing like that kind of behavior. So So Prabhupada is telling an Aryan, a civilized man is one who doesn't boast. That is an actual devotee. Yeah. So like that, devotees of the Lord are like that. They are actually, submissive. Not like, how Krishna is telling to Arjuna, you're behaving like a non-Aryan. Like that, how these impurities are coming on you. It's not befitting to you. It will not lead you to higher planets. But to infamy, he says, Kutastam, Kashmalamidam, right? So he says, he refused to fight. He has to do his duty. And Lord chastised him. Why are you not, becoming like a non-Aryan? Like that, someone is advanced in devotional service. They know what's the duty of the Lord. They should not get away from these material assets, whatever they have acquired, and misuse. We have to use it for the pleasure of the Lord. That's their duty. Otherwise, it's like this. What impurities have come upon you? That. So we have to perform our duty. Everything is sanctioned by the Lord. And important point is whether duty is violent or non-violent, doesn't matter if it is pleasing to the Lord. So like that, Arjuna didn't want to. It's a violence. He didn't want to. Then Krishna says, you have to fight. It's your duty. No, it's violence. Don't think you are fighting. You are killing them. They're already destined to kill. So like that, sometimes you may have to oppose someone in your day-to-day activities. But if it is pleasing to the Lord, do it. Doesn't matter. Take consent of the senior devotees, consent of Vaishnavas whom you have some trust or shelter where you take the decision making under the guidance. You just do it, yeah. So like that, Prabhupada is telling Aryans, they perform their duties. They never cross the border. Like they don't maintain slaughterhouse, they don't, have enemies. So nowadays everyone do everything, unfortunately, to maintain themselves. We have to be a little bit mindful like this. So Prachetas, like they underwent so many austerities like this, and then these austerities, penances, they were not interested to improve their material position. They were only interested in to offer this to the Lord and not interested to take any benediction from Lord Shiva. Not even any, what is that? This is liberation, right? They are not interested. Because they were pleasing the Lord, glorifying the Lord, right? Isn't it? Yeah. So finally, Prabhupada is telling that Krishna will be happy. They restricted their eating process also in their austerity process, no? So they are not eating. So Krishna is happy, whatever you do, little bit to him. Like example, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, he says, no restrictions for advanced Aryans. Yeah, so he can eat everything, anything, but he is asking when only fruits, vegetables, and milk. So this is what the activities of Aryans are. Means they should actually adhere to what Krishna wants and do that only, not beyond that. And they do that. And then everything is for the pleasure of the Lord they are doing. Hmm?
Mataji, for this prachetas, thousands of years to be under the water.
Hmm.
Amazing
Yeah.
how they can breathe, Mataji.
Yeah, because they are not ordinary people, na?
Yeah.
They're not
Very much
ordinary personalities. Prachetas have got some activity, they've got some, what is that? Pachinabari's children, right? They've got some higher thing to prove. Hmm? Isn't it?
blessed souls, Mataji. Yeah.
Huh?
They are blessed souls.
Yeah, best souls like that, yeah. See, we are also having, the other day I was hearing, we are all in a lecture that we are very privileged. We have got so much, we are so fortunate also. Yeah, someone put Sumangala Hari Sevani Mataji. We are also blessed. Prabhupada mercy we have got. Very fortunate. How many will be there like us? So many, like in India, thousands of people not interested in Harikatha, chanting, interested in so much other things which are happening, unfortunately, right?
In our entire society, only the two of us are interested. Nobody else is interested, Mataji. They have no
That's
time.
no time. They have time to watch movie, go out and enjoy with
Yeah.
friends, socializing, everything. But the Krishna Katha or hearing means they will be really, my God. When you miss only, you will know the value of it.
This Mataji is so unfortunate.
Yeah. So, but how many of us are privileged to have this opportunity of reading books and understanding and hearing? Krishna is so kind to us. He's there in the form of books. Yesterday I was hearing to Prabhupada one clipping. It's so nice. I don't know whether I can share in this forum or not. It's a beautiful clipping I came across, and there Prabhupada is really telling that these books are there. If you don't read these books, then the potency of these books will go. And he's requesting everybody to read. Please read the books. Share the knowledge. Otherwise, Kali Yuga will end, unfortunately, with a very repercussions will be very bad. So he was encouraging everybody to read books in that clipping. Very nice one. Until that time, if you don't understand, read and then try to understand who is Krishna. Until that time, it's all superficial. You may do chanting, you may say Mahamantra, or each other you may call out Hare Krishna, Hari Bol, but still it's all artificial. Yeah. Someone want to say something?
No, 2 days back, Mataji, we were just walking and we met one of our, another lady from another flat in the same compound. She also was walking. So we caught her, we told her, say Hare Krishna. No. Then again we told her, no, say Hare Krishna. Sorry, Mataji, my throat. But then she didn't want to tell. Then we caught her. Told her, say Hare Krishna. She said Hare Ram. We didn't Hare Krishna, bolo. Then she told Hare Krishna, then we let her go. They are so stubborn. I can't believe also.
Yeah, correct. Unfortunately, what can we do, Mataji?
Yeah, openly they have the audacity to say no, can't tell. It's not our benefit, it's our benefit.
Yeah, I know. They think, okay, I don't understand the value. Because see, India is filled with so many. Which place you live, Mataji?
Pune.
Pune, okay. So India is filled with so many of worshipping, so many gods.
Yeah.
We have got so many sampradayas. Even in my place also, so many sampradayas have come. But these days we have this Swaminarayan, very nice temple they're constructing. Durga devotees, so many are there. Then we have
Mataji,
got.
when we go for walk in the morning, We wish everyone. They say good morning, we wish them Hare Krishna. I said, bol ke now they are wishing us Hare Krishna.
Very good, very good.
At least some people.
That's the way to preach, yeah. What to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just our purification, our mind, our consciousness should be clear enough what we want.
Yeah.
And
The
at the
other
same
day,
time, like, you know, we have to be like Bhajana Anandis because we have to protect ourselves. Internally, we have to be. But then at the same time, whenever opportunity comes, become Gosti Anandi.
there's a close by Mataji, they have made this Sita and Sita Ram and Hanuman, big temple. They have a small temple, but big deities. So beautiful. You just can just walk very short distance. So one Sunday, after walking, we said we'll go and visit the temple. When we went there, like the pujari, he was removing the previous the garlands. So we asked him. We said, I just asked him, can you please give us a few flowers? So he gave us flowers, and then he gave us all 3 garments. All 3 garlands. So we were very happy. We brought it, and when we came, the people who are walking, whom we know, who wished us Hare Krishna, we told them, we were smelling. We told them smell. They were surprised. They don't even smell flowers. We made them smell those flowers. Yeah, they were very happily. They were smelling. And then we brought them. Both of us we shared, and then we hung it at the entrance of the door.
That's good. That's good. That's the purpose of nose, engaging our yeah.
To smell. They learn this. That's why we
Not to
force them to
smell.
smell.
Yeah, not to smell something in the garden and then smell the
They'll
garden.
get a little Sukrati, Mataji.
Huh?
They get a little Sukrati, by smelling the
Definitely,
flowers and
definitely. Yeah. You
saying
just
Hare Krishna and all that. So that was the
see, I
purpose.
heard even if they don't say Mahamantra, just that moment of association will help them in somewhere in this life or next life. It happened to many people. Just they may not know, unknowingly they would have seen a devotee or met a devotee, but they don't know anything about that Krishna conscious philosophy. But that will help them. Even touching a book help them. No need of reading or nothing. Just touching and seeing the cover page. Prabhupada promised. They'll get the full mercy, and they are going to accept it either this lifetime or Krishna is so kind like that. He's eagerly waiting for every one of us to go. No one is there. His children are away. When you are at home, wait for your children when they are away. Similarly, like that unconditional love Krishna has got for us. We don't like the children to be suffering here anymore. Like, nowadays it's very common that children coming in teenage, they want to travel independently. I don't know in India it's there or not, but they like to travel independently. Until the child come back, the parent is so much in anxiety, right? The child will be happy, enjoying. Our position is same. Happy, enjoying. You're not even remembering. I don't know how many children these days will call, even if they have iPhone, to your parents. I'm like them. I'm okay. I'm doing good. That's very, it's like that. You remember Krishna in a day, it's like that, thinking about Krishna in a day for some time. He gave you 24 hours, 22 hours, you do whatever you want. 2 hours, you remember me. 2 hours, you chant me at least 20 days. 20 hours, you do what you want. But 2 hours chanting, 2 hours reading, if you remember me like that, he's happy.